Hi, this is Rose Miller, President of Pinnacle Human Resources, LLC. We've been getting a lot of questions lately about the required sexual harassment prevention training, so we've prepared some Q&A for you. Question: do I need to participate? I only have contract workers. Answer: employers do not have to provide any policy to independent contractors, vendors, or consultants, as such individuals are not employees of the employer. However, human rights law imposes liability on the employer for their actions, and you are encouraged to provide the policy and training to anyone providing services in your workplace. So make note of that last sentence. Pinnacle Human Resources consultants warn employers to audit legal criteria to support classifying contractors and make sure they're not actually employees. Question: do I need to participate in this? It's just me and my wife, or me and my brother, or one other person. Who's considered an employee? And when does the training need to be completed? Answer: employee is defined as all workers, regardless of immigration status. Employee also includes exempt or non-exempt employees, part-time workers, seasonal workers, and temporary workers. All employees must complete the training or training that meets minimum standards by October 9, 2019. And we want you to know that employees are paid wages through the company payroll system. Question: what will happen to my business if I don't participate? Answer: no exact information on fines and penalties have been given by the New York State Division of Human Rights. However, they have issued a statement that when penalties and fines are issued, they would become retro to the time that the law became effective, and that effective date was in July of 2018. We were also told that they're putting together a task force for this initiative. We also have the new amendments that say that the Department of Labor will ask the Attorney General to prosecute cases that are found where training didn't exist. Question: how often must employees receive sexual harassment prevention training? Answer: employees must be trained at least once a year. In subsequent years, this may be based on the calendar year, anniversary of each employee's start date, or any other date the employer chooses. Question: how soon do new employees need to be trained? Answer: as employers may be liable for the actions of employees immediately upon hire, the law encourages training as soon as possible. What does as soon as possible mean? Some employers have interpreted this as when they do the annual training, but we believe they require the training at the time that you hire someone and they're coming in to do their new hire paperwork. You should take that opportunity to give them the training. Employers should also distribute the policy to employees prior to commencing work, and they should have it posted. Question: do I need an employee handbook? I don't have a written policy and procedure. Answer: an employer must give out the organization's policies and procedures at the time training has occurred. The actual deadline to create written policies and procedures that included a detailed complaint procedure, included a required written reporting form, and an anti-retaliation statement was due October 9, 2018. So you should contact either an HR consultant or a labor attorney to have an employee handbook prepared and at a minimum, a policy and procedure that covers the requirements of this new law. Question: is it okay for me to use the video from the Division of Human Rights or do the training myself? Answer: it's perfectly okay to use the Division of Human Rights training or do training yourself. But understand that these two methods are only partially meeting the requirements. The following things must be done and included with training. The training materials must be in compliance with Section 201-G of 2019 Labor Law and its amendments in July 2019. The training must include an interactive piece so the employer can document the employee or supervisor's comprehension of the material. There must be a separate training for employees and employees with supervisory duties. The training material must have case studies included. Forms of redress must be included specific to the locations. New York City employees have additional requirements, and employees in different states have different requirements. A copy of the organization's policy and procedures must be given out to employees at the time of the training. And all employees should have a place in the written materials where the employee can ask a question or express a concern. So when thinking about bringing people to the site or doing training yourself, you can see that there's a lot more to it. I hope this answers some of your questions, and remember, the easiest way to meet the requirements is to call Pinnacle Human Resources. We offer both live and online training programs.